stress signature. It enhances body rocking. We all have a stress signature. Each one is unique. Think of your brain as a computer hard drive and your body containing the emotional software. With each stressful and traumatic experience, the associated emotions often become locked into various parts of our body, different for everybody, because such emotions are not logical. For example, losing your pet dog can be as devastating as losing your best friend or relative. Use this diagram to understand the relationship and potential effects from rising levels of stress and decreasing energy levels in yourself and the people around you. It can be a life changer and enables you to estimate your stress levels on a scale of 0 to 10 and people around you at most any time of the day and situation. There are 3 parts. 1, your signature. 2, your energy levels. 3, overwhelm. Your signature. This is a summary of your most stressful and traumatic experiences in your life. Emotional file. A simple signature could be your first day at school, being bullied at school, losing a pet dog, failing an exam, missing out on a school sports team, etc. Each experience carries associated emotions such as loss, devastation, anger that can influence your mind and body. Your signature is shaped by events in your life. After a stressful or traumatic experience, we endeavour to move on in our lives, but the associated emotions often remain locked in our bodies, ready to resurface later, such as an anniversary of a death or stressful event. The passage of time does not necessarily heal. For example, a lady told me about her father who had been in the Second World War. A few years ago, they'd been in a restaurant and he dived onto the floor when he heard the Venetian blinds rattle. He thought it was machine gun fire. The increasing baseline is designed to show the effects of accumulated stress, and you'll notice that the points associated with each event vary in width and height. This shows that the effects are different for everybody. Some people have a fairly straight or gradual line. Your energy level. This refers to your mental and physical energies. It shows that for every stressful or traumatic event, there's a corresponding depletion from an available energy bank or source. In simplistic terms, a mirror image. This means that over time, our available energy decreases as the accumulated effects of emotional stress rise until the bomb goes off. And this occurs in overwhelm or survival. This is where the effect of decreasing energy levels and stressful traumatic events meet. As mentioned, the bomb goes off. This can be temporary, such as anxiety or panic attacks, or long-term, such as chronic depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. Medical health estimates that approximately 80% of health issues are influenced by stress. So again, a bomb can go off anywhere in this zone. Using your stress diagram. Insights gained from this diagram will give you more choices to manage stress and create more space in your life. Just having a simple means to measure can be life-changing. But to take it to another level, simply overlay the examples shown in the video and you will gain insights as to what is happening in your life. For example, if you experience anxiety or panic attacks prior to a job interview or a public speech, you would realize you had been in overwhelm, a temporary bomb. Even better though, draw your own signature and reflect on your own experiences. For each point on the graph, pose the following questions. They will help you to establish the specific emotion and location in your body, not your brain. The questions are, what might be the predominant emotion? For example, anger, loss, devastation, represented here. And secondly, if there is a predominant place in my body where I hold such emotions, where would they be? You'll know it, feel it, or both. It is important to seek intuitive, that is subconscious answers, which are usually your initial thoughts and not thinking ones. As you become aware of where you hold particular emotions, you will gain insights into your health, example, stomach and back pain. For example, Dr. John Sano, a former medical superintendent, said that most back pain, that's non-injury, is triggered by emotional stress. So you are making known the unknown, and when you do this, the issue is likely to diminish. For example, I had the experience of working with a man who had suffered back pain for 10 years. The trigger for his pain was the death of his father during a robbery. While rocking him and creating a safe space, he recounted how this event affected his life. Then I posed the question, if you could name the predominant emotion associated with the death of your dad, what would it be? Devastation was his initial intuitive reply. If there is a predominant place in your body where you hold such emotions, where would they be? He replied, in my spine. I remember how he said it. He now had a clear cause and effect understanding, allowing him to focus on resolution and rock the pain away. The entire process took about 15 minutes. No further pain 3 years later. Different for everybody. It just shows that rapid changes can occur. If helping another person and it's not appropriate to pose questions, simply rock them and say to them, whatever shock and emotions are associated with whatever problem, for that to be resolved, and proceed to rock. And if that helps, that's great. Utilizing your signature diagram is a very powerful tool. It has many uses. It can be used for any time frame, a day, a week, a month, a year, a lifetime. And also can be used to assess a person's or your sporting career or your business career. Much more in this, and so much more to come. When you seek alcohol or drugs to take the pain away, it's a pendulum effect. It does that and it comes back and whacks you in the face. you know, stress is a major component of ill health around the world today, and the coronavirus pandemic we've been experiencing doesn't help at all. And the issue about stress is, if it's not dealt to, managed, is the potential for the likes of anxiety, panic attacks, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. What it simply is there, it's really easy. It's called rocking your body. And what it does, puts your brain into neutral, and we'll go and see what's sitting in the computer, the viruses that might be there, emotional viruses. So what we're doing is we start to change emotional stuff, worries, from a negative into a positive. So you notice Rick's whole body is just rocking. Now what it is there is that if somebody had a problem, like a child, for example, come home from school throwing a tanty there, well, you just do this. Big one to get control, and you back it off. Less is more. This is the power. Just to go home and have a bit of a practice on this and think, what can we learn from this? How might we make a difference to somebody? To realise that your thoughts have an effect, have potential effect on your well-being, you be much more careful. And as an example of that, I picked up a washing machine from a place here in Rotorua. A young man came to help me load it on board, and he was probably 18 or 19 at the time, and he was covered in eczema. What happens when you seek alcohol or drugs to take the pain away, it's a pendulum effect. It does that, and it comes back and whacks you in the face. Okay, so just watching there. Now what that frequency is, it's one of coherence, and what it is, it's about light, frequency rather. You've got infrared, which is a negative. Visible light is a negative and positive.
Neil, I'd like to tell you, I've listened to lots of lectures on stress, post-traumatic stress, but I want to tell you, yours one of the best ones I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Because you have made it quite clear, easily to understand, and given us the tools to carry on. So I'd like to really say congratulations.
I appreciate that.